Welcome to Red Kingdom Sports, and we are here to discuss Sunday Night Football between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And that game was honestly a lot of fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. We went into that game really wishing the game was flexed. At the end of the game, definitely in the second half, it looked like the game that we expected it to be. But the first half, this game was really, really fun. The Packers ended up beating the Bears 45-30, and I thought this game was awesome. I really did. From the start of the game, I thought it was great. Robert Quinn just started off the game hot, making sure the Bears defense was there. He mocked Aaron Rodgers with the discount double check, championship belt celebration. That's just something you don't do. It has never worked once, so I don't know why people in the Bears continue to do it. They knew that Aaron Rodgers literally goes in there and beats the Bears every single time they play. He's lost to them like 5 times in his entire career. So Robert Quinn made a huge mistake by doing that. I think that definitely set the tone from the beginning of the game. But the Bears in the first half, man, the Bears played really well in the first half. They really did. Their defense was holding at times in the first half. Justin Fields was making great throws. Jakeem Grant, had a really good game. He had a touchdown and a punt return for a touchdown. Like, that dude is fast. Like, if the Bears continue to utilize him, I think they have something. But Justin Fields in the second half, though, didn't play particularly well. The Bears in the second half were terrible. The Bears couldn't do anything in the second half. That was a terrible second half by the Bears. I don't know what that was. There was many chances where the Bears probably could have done something. I think there was a fourth down at some point in this game that the Bears could have went for it, and they didn't go for it. I feel like that kind of cost them a chance, in this game. But the Bears in the first half, like I said, they played great. Justin Fields' first half was great. The Packers special teams, though, good God, the Packers special team was terrible in this game. That was some of the worst special teams play I have seen in a really long time. That was pathetic display of special teams by the Packers. That was pathetic. They couldn't stop anything. Punt return, kick returns. They gave up the kick return for a touchdown. Their special teams players were muffing punts. Mason Crosby was kicking off kicks out of bounds. Like, the Packers special team was garbage in this game. Something like that. It had like a 2010 Chargers vibe, and I know this team is much, much better than the Chargers team from 2010, but like, stuff like that's going to really screw you over when it comes to playoff time, and that's just something that's really got to get fixed with the Packers, because you don't want special teams to be the reason why they lost, because the Packers defense is great. Rasul Douglas for the Packers is a great pickup for them. I don't know what Arizona was doing with him on his practice squad. I'm seeing Twitter loves this guy. He's had like 2 pick sixes. I think he sealed the game against the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football when the Packers beat them. So he's having a great year for the Packers. I don't know what he was doing on anybody's practice squad. He has balled out for most of the season. He's a great pickup for the Packers. That just helps them out. And a team that is so injured like the Packers and them playing this freaking well makes no sense. A team that is this injured should not be playing well at all. They really shouldn't. They have so many key players. Arguably their best tight end is out right now. They've had injuries in their secondary everywhere. The fact that the Packers are playing this well is just this team is so good. I don't want to disrespect the Arizona Cardinals, because we still got to see what happens on Monday night between them and the Rams. But man, it's hard to debate if they're probably the best team in football right now, and it's really hard to decide, because I don't want to disrespect Arizona, because Arizona is a great football team. They are great. Kyler Murray and D-Hop and all them are finally healthy for the first time in like a month. They're playing a diehard team in the Rams that are really needing a victory. But man, it's really hard, because I don't want to disrespect Arizona, because I think Arizona has been one of the most disrespected teams in the NFL this season. I mean, obviously as a Chiefs fan, the annoying crap where it's like, oh, they're winning, but they're having to win with defense now. Like, that crap gets really annoying real quick. But man, the Packers and Cardinals, they've got to be the top 2 teams in the NFC. And I'm really excited to see this Cardinals game tonight, because this will prove how much worth are in the Cardinals. And I know I'm supposed to be talking about the Bears-Packers game, but I'm just trying to it's really hard in the NFC, because it's really top heavy, but you have the Packers, Buccaneers, and Cardinals. Those 3 teams by far are the best. And even the Buccaneers struggled yesterday in the second half. They struggled in the second half. They really did. So the Packers might be the best team in the NFC, and I don't want to disrespect the Cardinals. We know what the Buccaneers are. It's just it's really hard not to. There's a case to be made that the Packers are the best team in the NFC. But this game is but they're freaking special teams, man. Like I said, their special team is really going to screw them at some point. And you don't want special teams to be the reason why you lose. ever because they're barely on the field. The special teams are on the field, obviously the least out of anybody, and that costing a team a win can really hurt a team in the future. But yeah, the special teams was terrible. Aaron Rodgers, of course, great as always. Him, Devontae Adams, he was making throws that nobody else. Him, Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, Matthew Stafford. I mean, maybe Tom Brady. There was very few quarterbacks that were making the throws that Aaron Rodgers was making. Him and Devontae make everything look so easy. They have a great running game. A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, they're great. Allen Lazard, great game. Mercedes Lewis, great game. I mean, this Packers team, they had an amazing game. I mean, this game was really fun in the first half. There was like 45 points scored in the second quarter. That is not what we saw from the Bears. It gave them a false sense of hope, which really sucked because this game really felt like there was a chance to become a game. But I mean, you could argue that the refs kind of took that away from the Bears. There was a muff punt that really that I thought that was a terrible call on the officials. That was bad. That should have been Bears ball all the way. But yeah, the Bears, I mean, they played hard in the first half. Second half, Matt Nagy, they had nothing in the second half. Absolutely nothing. The Bears couldn't. The Bears are a bad football team. I don't know if their talent-wise are bad or if it's their head coach. But the fact that they can score 27 points on a team like the Packers and then do nothing in the second half is just bad. The Bears just, I think there was a lot of false hope from Bears fans in this game. But then, yeah, the second half, the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, they just completely took over. This team's going to be hard to beat. They scored 24 points in the second half alone. They won 45-30. But yeah, there's just a lot of things from the past. Like, what else does it say? Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, everything just looks easy to them. Literally makes it look easy. And then you look at the fake handoff that Aaron Rodgers had in that game. That was so beautiful. That tricked me. I was like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, it was a touchdown to, I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Devontae, but I could be wrong. But I know, and then Devontae ran a nasty route for a touchdown. Like, this Packers team is deadly, dangerous, and it's on fire. Week 1 was a fluke, and I know a lot of that we're way past that now, way past that. But this team, that Week 1 loss makes no sense if you look at it now. It makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, that is my review of Sunday Night Football between the Bears and the Packers. The Packers won 45-30 and a really entertaining first half and a dominating second half by the Packers. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.